back in session for the 25-26 school year, and we are excited to be back with you, bringing you new episodes of the McKinney ISD Podcast. And we have a very special guest with us today. I'd like to introduce to you School Board Trustee Kenneth Ussery.
Hey, Shelley, good to see you. Thank you for inviting me on the podcast.
Well,
It's
we
awesome.
are so happy you're here. You are a new trustee, but really not new because you're coming back home to us to be on the
new.
board.
Yeah.
Yes, all new. So I love that you're here with us today because I think it's great for our community and our staff to get to know you. So many people know you, but then our new families into the district, I just want to introduce them to you. And so we're excited for today.
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, this is a great opportunity, really to get to be a part of the MISD family. So I know you've got some questions for me.
I do.
So I won't step over your questions.
Okay, well,
I'll wait
let's
for you.
kick it off with tell us about yourself and your background and what led you to serve on the school board for the second time.
Awesome. So, well, first of all, here in McKinney, I'm a multi-generational family. My great-grandparents moved to McKinney. It really wasn't McKinney then, I don't think, but in the mid-1800s. And so, yeah, so
Learned
my
something
family
new.
has been here like forever and ever and ever. So although I didn't actually graduate from McKinney High School, when I was in middle school, we moved to Greenville, and I'm all the way 30 minutes away. And so I graduated from high school actually in Greenville, but then I moved back to McKinney right out of high school, and pretty much have been here ever since. And so this is my home. Educationally, I have a bachelor's degree in accounting. It was East Texas State University at the time. Now it's A&M Commerce. So that's where I got my bachelor's. And then I have a master's degree in psychology with an emphasis in marriage and family therapy. And then I also have theology from Dallas Theological Seminary. So I love education, and every day really is a learning opportunity. So
I love that. And what do you do day to day for work?
yeah, so I do have to put bread on the table, right? That's right. So I'm a realtor, Remax, Four Corners here in McKinney. And I guess a little bit about my family. Terry and I are a blended family. She had two, kind of like the Brady Bunch, if you remember way back when, really dating myself. But anyway, she had two sons and I had two daughters. Long story there. But then we got married and we have a son together. So we actually have 5 children. We have 5 grandchildren. And as a result of our journey together, this was 30 years ago when Terry and I almost 30 years ago when Terry and I got married. And at the time, there were no resources out there to help you figure out how to be a blending family. And so after we'd been married for about 10 years, we thought, we wanted to help other families who were in a blended scenario. So we created an organization called Family Redesign. And I have an office downtown McKinney that I use it for real estate, but we also use it for Family Redesign, where we can meet with blending couples and families to try to help them in their situation and just to be healthy in a very unhealthy sort of a situation. So
What a great resource for families in McKinney. Like that's amazing. And you also have your own podcast.
We do, yes.
I listen and watch.
yes,
I love that. I'm a listener.
We do. We aren't recording right now because we've got some family from overseas that's moving here, and so we're kind of focused on that right now. So we took some time off, but we'll start it back probably in January.
Very
But yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. What are some of your top priorities right now as a school board member?
Yeah, so this is funny. We have an amazing CTE program here at McKinney ISD. I don't even know how many different paths that our students can take and get certified by the time they graduate. But there's one thing that we don't have, and that is culinary arts. And if I could do anything, if I could have a legacy, it would be to start that program here in McKinney. And I know we don't have the facilities for it. There's so many other things that have to be in play. But I just would love for us to have a culinary arts program through MISD because I love food. And I would love to eat the food that our students make. Absolutely. So I think that would be a great thing. But I mean, that's just one little thing. I love the fact that here in MISD, I mean, our motto is every student, every day. And so a priority to me is understanding that our students are so different from one another, and we should never try to create a box and think that all of our students have to fit in that box. They need to be able to explore who they are, and we need to be able to help them and encourage them to develop who they are, because they're going to leave us one day, right? And I want them to be successful when they leave us and go into whatever life path is ahead for them. So I think that's a big thing for me, is just, are we broadening the scope of who we are and what we have to offer, so that we are really taking care of every student every day. So,
every educator listening is applauding you right now, and just because that's why we do this job, right? Because public education is about taking care of all kids and loving all kids, and so that hits home for all of us for sure. All right, my next question is, what's the most rewarding part of being on the board?
Oh, our students. I mean, I am so okay. So the older I get, the more I understand how important it is to make sure that we are developing the next generation so that they can take over when we're no longer here. And so I think for me, that's why I do what I do. That's what my top priority. And it's just making sure that, that I'm doing everything that I can. And I'm one person, I'm one voice. But that I do everything that I can to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to pour into the next generation, to help them to be as healthy and as strong and equipped and prepared as they can be to take over this world, because they're going to.
That's
so
right. They're next.
They're next. They are. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you say the hardest part of being on the board is?
Yeah. Okay. So we are diversified. It's every student, right? And so I've already talked about how I'm for every student, but that brings challenges, because as much as we would love to do every single thing for every single student, and we would love to make every single parent 100% happy, that's just not a reality. And so sometimes it does require just prioritizing. And sometimes, I think we're always called to be listeners. We need to hear what our students have to say, what our faculty has to say, what our parents have to say, what our stakeholders, in general have to say. We need to be able to listen to that, but we can't always do all of the things that everybody is expecting us to do. And I think sometimes for me, that's probably the greatest challenge. Sometimes you've got to be able to turn off the voices in order to make the right decision. So
right, the intentional focus. Well, that really leads me into my next question, because it asks, how do you approach listening to and incorporating community feedback into your decision making as a board member?
So I made a comment last night at our board meeting that I do scroll social media like a lot.
Me too.
And so I see you on there. So, and so I mean, I'm reading all the comments from McKinney Cares, and I mean all of those social media networks that we have within our community, which are great because it gives all of our keyboard warriors opportunities to put all their thoughts out there. And the thing is, I want to hear what they have to say. I really do. But at the same time, it's hard because the truth is not always out there. And I want to respond so desperately saying, what are you saying? You don't even know the truth, but yet I know that I can't. And so, I have to dial that back. But at the same time, I do want to hear what our community has to say, because I'm not representing Kenneth Ussery on the school board. I'm representing our students, and I'm representing our community. There are people who voted for me to sit in that chair, every week. And so I want to make sure that I'm representing the community to the very best of my ability. But sometimes that's a little difficult to do. But, I do always want to hear what our constituents have to say.
I love your heart for that too. I think it's so important for our community to hear, like, you want their feedback and that you are paying attention to those things, because I think it helps us then make better decisions and inform the community. And maybe if there are things that are not true out there, that we then turn it around and say, okay, that's not true, but this is. And it kind of helps us put out the truth so that we can tell our own story.
100%.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, even last night, I made a vote last night that was not necessarily popular, but I did the vote because I felt like I was representing what I thought that the people who put me in that chair would have wanted me to do.
Sure.
And so sometimes you have to balance that out, and it's hard
Absolutely.
sometimes to do that. But
And you were elected for a reason, though. So I
was, and I do have a conviction,
Yeah.
and so I have to listen to that as well. But at the same time, it's fun. I love it.
All right. If you could leave our staff and community with one message about the role of the board, what would it be?
The role of the board, well, for our staff, it is to encourage and support. I always want our faculty and our administration to know how valuable and important they are. They're the ones making a difference. In fact, I even think I did a Facebook post recently where I was applauding our teachers. And in my Facebook post, I called them our classroom heroes because they are that. I mean, it's a shame to me that our NFL football, now I'm an NFL football guy, so don't get me wrong here, but it's a shame to me that our NFL football players make what they make and our teachers make what they make. It is like reversed. That's right. Because our teachers are the ones who make the difference, who really are shaping and molding the entire future of this whole entire world, not just McKinney, but our teachers are molding the whole world because our students go out and they do great things. And it's a ripple effect, right? Every one student, there's a ripple effect of how that student is going to influence and empower the world yet to come. And the teacher made a difference in that. So number one, all of our faculty, I want them to know that I am here to encourage them and to support them, to make sure that they have the resources that they need where they can do their job to the very best of their ability, So that is important. For our students, the message I want for them is I'm so proud, and I could probably get emotional with this one because when it comes to our students, they have my heart. I'm so proud of who they are. And I know the work that they pour into every day doing the best that they can. And, at every school board meeting, we have the joy and the pleasure of having presentations of things that our students are doing, from academics to fine arts to athletics to you name it, military. I mean, we get to see and witness all of those things that our students are accomplishing, and they're accomplishing big, big, big things. And I'm so proud of them and their hard work. And I always want our students to know, and I think our students probably don't understand how a district really works, how it operates, who all the people are. And, I don't know that they really know that, but I wish they did, because I want them to know that they have got, not just me, but our whole school board. I mean, we are unanimous across the board with our school board in our support for our students, and for them to know just how incredibly proud we are of them, and that we would do anything to make sure that they had everything that they needed to be successful.
I love that. Anything for our community, our parents?
Yeah, our parents. Well done. Great job.
That's right.
I know that there are moments that you want to strangle your kids, and there are moments that, you're just so proud. All of the motions, all of the feels, it's all good. Allow yourself to feel that. But know that, number one, you've got a school board and you've got an administration here in MISD who loves your kids. And we're here to encourage them and to support them. And we're here for you too. And we want to hear from you. There's no deeper stakeholder in our students than the moms and dads. And as far as I'm concerned, we're partners with you. So always know that we're here to listen to you and to be a part of your life and of your family, and to help your students be the best that they possibly can be. So, yeah.
Okay, that ends my official questions, but we like to end each podcast with a rapid fire question. They're fun facts about you, so it's quick.
Good. Okay, good.
So,
good. Okay.
All right, first one, favorite food?
Oh, everything.
Everything. It's like a specific category.
Probably Asian.
Okay.
Would be my favorite food. Anything with fried rice.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
Bring it on. Yeah,
and an egg roll.
And an egg roll.
That's the best.
100%. Yeah.
That's the best. All right. Favorite music?
Spiritual.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. Favorite movie?
You're going to laugh. Galaxy Quest. Do you know Galaxy Quest?
Don't know
you
Galaxy.
Don't know Galaxy
Now
Quest?
I'm gonna look it up.
It's a spoof on sci-fi. So it is so hilarious.
Okay.
If you've never watched it, you've got to.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna look it up tonight.
It is so funny. Yeah.
Love
Galaxy
it. Okay.
Quest.
Favorite thing to do in your free time?
Oh, be pop. I'm a
it.
granddad. I've got 5 grandkids. That is absolutely the best of the best of the best.
Oh.
Just anything with my grandbabies. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, last one. 3 things you cannot live without.
Oh, like literally or figuratively?
However you want to answer.
3 things I can't live without. Love
Okay.
is number 1. My wife can't do without her.
Yes.
I shouldn't say that's number 1. Number 1 would be God, is my number 1, and then Terry would be my number 2, and then community. I'm such a people person, and isolate me from people. What was that movie with Tom Hanks and the volleyball?
Oh. Castaway.
Castaway.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, that one. So yeah, I would be like him. It's like I would, be talking to the volleyball. I have to have people. I've got to have community. So yeah, very important to me.
That's one of my favorite things about you since getting to know you well, being on the board. Like you just really are like a people person, a connector, like authentic and real and genuine. And so
Thank
it has
you.
been true joy interviewing you today and having you on the board. And to our staff and parents and our students, what an honor it is to have people like Trustee Ussery with us. Just amazing. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Yes. McKinney ISD, make sure you follow along and listen. You can find us on Spotify and also on our McKinney ISD YouTube. Thank you for tuning in today to learn more about one of our new or returning trustees on our school board.